Hello everyone, welcome, and what can I say, guys? This is the last video you're gonna see of the Lexus, and it has been a little bit of a funny one. It's definitely not been the build series that I wanted to have with this car. In fact, in many ways this car has done exactly what I wanted from it. I wanted a car that would be reliable to me. I wanted a car that wouldn't give me much of a problem in terms of always draining me out or being another headache or anything like that. And I wanted something that was somewhat comfortable, good on the motorway, decent on fuel, and this one somewhat did okay. So I thought I'd go over a few things with you all and kind of discuss what it's been like owning this Lexus GS430. Firstly, from an owner's point of view, this car has been basically fantastic. I haven't invested a crazy amount of money into the car. Only things I've really done is the ambient lighting. I've done a headlight polish because the way it looked before was really bad, and that's pretty much it. But along with all of that, this car, I have had to do a little bit of servicing work to it. So I've got the documentation for that. I had to get a new radiator put onto the car, which was not fun. That ended up costing me around £400. Main one that I had to do was the cam belt and timing chain and water pump. So what was crazy for me is I didn't realize this, but apparently with the cam belts on older Lexuses, Lexus have a set charge for the timing belt, thermostat, water pump, and engine coolant. All came in total of £780 and 28 pence, and that was after VAT was added on as well. This was something I did literally within the first week of getting the car. I straight away booked it in with Lexus, dropped it off with them. They done that work, and I know it sounds quite expensive, but the fact that this was done at Lexus is a major thing. Not many garages and stuff like that would even want to touch on doing a cam belt to this car. Lexus did it. I think just for the cam belt, if you were to do the cam belt and getting them to fit it, it was like $350. They have a set charge for that. But anything else on top is where they kind of basically bump you up with the thermostat and water pump. They're already there, so it makes sense for me to want to get it done instead of having to look at getting it done later. So that was the one big first expense, and the second one was recently where I needed to change the radiator because that decided to have a little crack in it. But other than that, the car has been fantastic. The couple of things that I would like to have done to this car that I lived with, but I wish I had done literally as soon as I got the car, was the bushes and the head unit. So if I got the head unit changed where it just didn't have the annoying static noises and stuff like that, it would have made listening to music in this car a lot nicer. The other thing that I would have liked to have done is change the bushes, because when you're driving on the motorway or those kind of things, they're worn, so you do get a little bit of a wobble and stuff like that, or a shimmy coming through the steering wheel at 70 miles per hour. And the other thing as well is fuel economy. Well, the car has actually been, as advertised, I would say, if not slightly better. So it even says right now on the fuel efficiency gauge that it's averaged 20.8 miles per gallon, and that's with Harley driving the car recently. Local driving, it'll get around 16 to 18 miles per gallon. On the motorway, on a run, you're looking between 28 to 33 miles per gallon. So combined, I've averaged, I think, around 22 to 23 miles per gallon, because I have done a huge amount of motorway mileage as well as some local mileage, just driving to the shops and stuff like that. I haven't really done a few other things with this car that I would have liked to have done. I actually have a full headliner for this car, which what I wanted to do was make it all black and get it all looking cool. Doing the whole starlighting and stuff like that, just didn't go down that route. The other thing as well is I would have liked to have tinted the windows and done that myself. I think that would have been quite a fun little experience for me and just learning a new skill. I drove it all the way to Scotland, and it was absolutely fantastic for that. You know, that was literally within the first month of owning the car. Round trip of basically around 1,000 miles. What I will say is I'm gonna miss the car. I actually am gonna miss the car. It's been one of those cars that's just been good to me. I'm just happy with it. But the problem for me was I didn't ever feel like I wanted to do anything with the car for YouTube content. I kind of felt like I wasn't inspired to do anything. This car was literally an A to B kind of car for me. I never really wanted to do anything with it, never felt inspired to. I never wanted to get out in the car and be like, oh, let's go to a car event, or let's go do this, let's go do that. But that is all going to be changing soon, because there is a new car that I have purchased, and it is nothing that anyone would have expected from me. Literally, I'll be honest with you guys, this car has been pretty much the most reliable and boring car to own for the 16 months that I've had it. It's been doing everything that I wanted it to. Actually, no, it's done about 13,000 miles, and I've owned it for just over, I would say about 14 months now, so just over a year. Because I don't want to do any events with it or anything like that, I'm a bit spoiled where I've got the GTR and stuff, I've got the E30, I've got all the other cars that come in through, like, you know, customers and stuff. So for me to have this car, I've never fully felt inspired to do anything with it. But I have a new car, and that will be changing everything. Let's just put it that way. You know what, I kind of want to say thank you. I'm going to say thank you to this car, because it has been really good to me. I'm not your usual car buyer. I make YouTube content, I do a lot of car events, car related things, and I end up going for a lot of car drives, and these are the things that I like to do. But this car's never been one that I wanted to really do a huge amount of that with. So it is with a heavy heart that I do say goodbye to this car. I know that it's going to a really good owner in the future, and I'm excited to see what they end up doing with it. I probably wouldn't mind actually catching up with this car in the future and just seeing how it all went down. The exhaust hole happening, that's a bit of an annoying one, because it kind of took away from the cruiser car that it was, but it then made me be able to hear the V8, which I love, you know. A good, amazing car. I know I probably will regret selling this, because the GS430s are definitely ones to look out for. They're way better than the GS300s, way better. You know, this is similar power to an Aristo when it's stock. So an Aristo is going to be faster than this if you modify it, but stock for stock, this is pretty much everything you need from a GS. More than enough power if you wanted to set it up for drifting, do a manual conversion, you're happy. If you are looking to get a Lexus GS300, GS430 on an Aristo, go for it. If you buy the right one at the right price, they're never going to let you down. Just maintain it, take good care of it, and it will take good care of you. Do a few mods like I've done with the ambient lighting, and that's pretty much it. But I'm going to sign off there now. Everyone, thank you for watching. I'm sorry this video was a little bit of a random one. I'm sorry my build with the Lexus has been somewhat cut short. Hopefully the new car will remedy everything. In fact, I know 110% it will, because everyone in my family that's surprised with it have said they did not expect that, but that is the most perfect car. So everyone, I'll see you in the next video. Peace out. Bye. Oh, it's going.